I just want to say sorry about the lighting. If it looks weird. For some reason my light in here is not working properly. So, yeah. This is my next update video. Sorry for it being really late. I've just been going through a lot lately. What I've been going through is, like, personally in my life. Right now I'm just trying to not lose my insurance because they didn't have certain paperwork that they needed. And got it into them, waiting for them to process that. And still in the middle of trying, in the process of the SSI, all that. The disability SSI. I got papers. They sent the information from the appeals court to the administrative law judge back to them because they didn't gather all the information they were supposed to. They didn't subpoena who they were supposed to and get all the information that could prove my case. A completely different decision than what they originally, did. So, have to wait for a court date to be set, and that could take up to 3 months. Like, yeah, that would be 3 months? No, it was like 72 days or something like that. About 3 months or so. 2.5 months, summer's around there. And I have, personally, with the hormones, what's been going on? A lot of changes, body changes. Mostly here is what's been changing the most. And I'm still having spontaneous orgasms. And being on the pills versus being on the injections now, that hasn't changed the amount of orgasms I get or how like the frequency and the strength or anything. It's still all the same. The only real big change is my breasts. And sometimes I feel my hips hurting, like they're developing a little bit. But it's just my breasts have filled in more than anything. And because it's hormonally my time of the month still, I've been feeling it a lot stronger this month. So it's depending on the pills versus the injections. It hasn't changed much during this time of the month for me. It's all the same. It's just the injections work so much better. That's why these are so much fuller. They're way fuller. Almost to where I've always wanted them. It's just a finger's width. If I go this direction on my finger, about that much going this direction, that's how much more I need to be where I've always wanted them, or a little bit more than that, where there's no gaps right through here on the bras. It's just about finger's width. Because last time it was about 2 fingers width is what I needed. Now it's down to 1 finger's width going this way. Now it's down. Because it was that amount I needed. Now it's that amount I need. Then to be fully filled into the bras where I'd be a fuller double D. So the injections are working so much better for that. And with my mental state, really, nothing's really changed much. It's just, I was having a really bad anxiety attack. I got through it. I meditated, listened to music, because when I was coming home, it was starting to happen, got worse. Then as I was meditating, my body was fighting it, trying to have an anxiety attack. Then I was having spontaneous orgasm. And yeah, so And I've been kind of confused with my sexuality. I don't know if it's the hormones or what, but I was just laughing at one of the cuties because we got a bunch of cats. Because the bisexual tendencies went away. And I've always felt like a lesbian, and that's never changed. I always liked females. And I'm never going to stop liking females that way. It's never changed. It's just the tendency part, like bisexual feelings. It's like towards, I can say, sex-wise, towards the male genitalia, I can say. But it's only towards one person. It's always been towards this one person and any other man in this world. No. I would never go that way with any other man. Only this one person, which I've mentioned who it was in past videos. But I'm not going to name names, so... Because what was happening is the bisexual tendencies went away. Then every now and then I've noticed like a thought, like a spurt. It's like, nope, for this second, you're going to have this thought and you're going to want this. Then it's going to go away for some time. Then it's like for a few seconds again. Every here or here. And it's just like, what's going on? Why is it just like a thought here or a thought there, but it's not like there where I'm sexually attracted that way? Or like, I'm not bisexual because I don't feel bisexual. I feel like a lesbian. But with those kinds of thoughts or like these feelings that come up is what's making me confused about all that. So... my therapist, she says, it sounds like I need to work on myself. Like do things, because what I've been going through is to work on myself in this area. So, and she was asking me, what would it be like if I just let myself feel it? Just let myself go. Feel it. I'm like, I don't know. Because I feel like a lesbian, but with these bisexual feelings a little bit, it's just like, I wouldn't want them if I could choose not to. And my therapist always tells me, like, sexuality can be fluid. So I'm like, especially who I'm mentioning, how I was feeling towards, or just thoughts of it with that person. It wasn't last week, Thursday, but the Thursday before that, it was like me, my mom, both roommates, like he was one of them, yeah, went to the bar because one of my family members was in a singing contest, and it's just me and the roommate, him, stayed when everyone else left, so a little bit longer. Then when we were walking home, he was talking about stuff, and it just made me really think, because he was saying, and I just found out he's bisexual, so I'm like, oh, I knew you could go both ways depending on who it is, but I didn't know he was bisexual. Then he was saying that I personally would work for him because I'm both. Meaning that I'm transgender, I'm still pre-op, so I would work because I'm both. Meaning my genitalia is one thing, the rest of my body is like the other. Because my body's female, practically, with male genitalia, and he's saying that works. That would work for him. But I don't know if he was because he was drunk, or if he was actually really sincere about it. And he's also mentioning he would have sex with me. But I was like, and my thought would, I was like, the thought in my head, I was like, I would let him. It's like, I would let you. This is the thought that was in my mind. Like, I would let you. But I didn't say it because I'm trying to keep boundaries. And unless he asks, we won't be in a relationship. And I know that for sure. And I just have mixed feelings about being in a relationship with a guy because of how I feel. So, just feels really wrong for me. But just regular sex, for some reason, doesn't feel wrong with him. But relationship-wise, it feels wrong with every guy in this world to me. But that's where I'm confused. It's like, I'm a lesbian, but I'm feeling this. But it's not all the time. It's just a spurt here or a spurt there lately. Instead of like before the injections, when I got on them, it was like more constant. Then when I got on the injections, for some reason, those tendencies went away completely. Now it's just like a spurt here or a spurt there. I was like, something's confusing. Yeah. So, that's pretty much what's going on with that aspect of my sexuality. So, I'm still confused a little bit. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Because my thoughts are one way, my feelings are and beliefs are another, so it's like, yeah. Then my body's just going through so much changes. It's just a lot that I'm going through personally too. It's like hard sometimes with all the changes that's happening so quickly now. And I've noticed my face looks a lot better, especially when my hair is pulled back. I've noticed. Man, I noticed my body hair, my leg hair is starting to grow a little bit slower than it was before. Just all over where my body hair is, especially my leg hair. And yeah, my body produces the same amount of pheromones during my cycle like it always has. That hasn't changed. It's just physical aspects like here, hips, and gaining a little bit here and there. It's just, I've gained in certain spots, but I haven't gained weight really. So I'm like, that's weird. So, and the weird thing, I haven't gotten used to it yet. It's from the last set of changes. I'm starting to almost get fully used to that. Then this new set of changes, I'm almost used to it. It's just the part I'm not used to with all these changes is these. The way they move with my body now. It's like if I run, go up and down stairs, because how they move with my body and all the different directions I can go. Yeah. And also, I'm going to mention this, kind of personal, sexual, but I've noticed even if I do, because I haven't had it since my breasts have become a double D to the fullness to where they're at now. It's all been by myself. So I noticed even during by myself sexually, the way they move with my body. It's like, I never thought they would feel like that. And it's more pleasurable than I ever thought, because before I transitioned, my nipples, if they were sexually stimulated, like sucked on or something, it tickled. It really tickled. But now it's so pleasurable. The whole thing, even the way they move during any kind of sexual activity by myself, I can say. It's really pleasurable. to the point where just stimulating this can cause an orgasm. This is my experience with it. And yes, if you really were wondering about my areolas and papillas, areolas are still the same. Papillas, they're a lot more developed being on the injections. They're much more, I can say, circumference-wise, wider. And they still stick out the same amount of perkiness. But they're more developed. The ducts in them are more developed. And they're just amazing. They're the body part on me I like the most. My genitalia is the part I like the least. And just all the female parts on my body I really love. Especially these more than anything on my body. If you asked what's the most expensive thing you own? My body. These. From the hormones and everything it took to get them here. Yeah. So, other than that, I haven't seen any other experiences with changing on my body. It's just my skin's been more soft in certain spots. Except where the cats scratched me. Other than that, my skin's on certain spots are really soft, especially here on my breasts. That's the softest where my skin is. And yeah. And down there, still have the same kind of issues. It's just, it's gotten better because I've been doing it by myself, what I can to help resolve that, which I don't like, but in order to not have that discomfort and pain physically, I'd rather endure the mental pain and not have the physical pain, even though the mental pain from, yeah, it's really hard. It makes me cry sometimes about down there, but I'd rather have the mental than not the physical. So that's what's going on with my body and everything so far. So, if you have any comments that could help, please comment. Rate my videos by giving a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.